I'm going to show you how you can book 5 to 10 qualified booked calls every single week using LinkedIn. I want to show you the mindset that you need to make this happen and why you're not able to do this currently. So, first thing you need to understand is that only 3% of the market are ready to buy your services right now. This is a critical thing to understand because you're going to reach out to real people. So you need to understand that only 3% of these people are actually ready to buy anything. And even this small percentage of people, they're not guaranteed to respond to your DM because they might not like your approach or they may be busy or whatever it may be. My point is, it's not a massive amount of people, which means if you're pitching too early, you are blocking people from going through your funnel. You're blocking so many people, that 97% at the minimum, from going through your funnel. So just imagine this triangle is your DM funnel, right? So a funnel opens up quite big and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then at this point, someone buys, right? Someone comes out of this funnel as a buyer. But when you're pitching too early, to the mass majority of people who are not ready to buy something and you're just trying to pitch them something and sell them something straight away, they're not going through your funnel. They're just getting blocked. Maybe some like random person will finally go in, but everyone's being blocked because you're not meeting them at a place where they're comfortable. You're trying to get them to buy something and they're not ready. The way to solve this problem is to take more of a conversational approach. What this does, it still allows you to start conversations with the 3% that are ready to buy and still get them to buy something. But the 40%, let's say, for example, that are not ready to buy today, but they might be ready to buy 1, 2, 3, 6 months down the line. When you take a more conversational approach, it still allows you to move them through this funnel slowly. Because only because they're not ready to buy today doesn't mean that 1, 2, 3, 6 months down the line, they will turn into revenue. Okay, and that's why the conversational approach, where your main priority in the beginning is just opening a conversation, building that relationship, is so key, because you're not just trying to close a deal right now. You're leveraging your personal brand to build relationships that can close, yes, now, but also 1 week down the line, 1 month down the line, 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line. And you do that by strategic, value based follow up. But I'm going to go over that in a different video. But what I want to do is I want to show you some examples of conversational DMs that open up conversations. So instead of just pitching them something and saying, look, do you want to get on a call? I can get you 100 leads. Do you want to get on a call? I can get you 100 leads. Instead, you say something a bit like this. So just an example. Hey Matt, saw your post about struggling to scale the agency past 10K. Yeah, that 10K to 30K jump is brutal. I was there with my first agency 3 years ago. Found a few things that actually moved the needle. If you want to hear what worked for me, as you can see, this opens up a conversation. It also leads with value. It's also personalized. It's also empathetic, and this kind of DM is going to get a very good response rate from people that are ready to buy right now, but also people that are ready to buy 1 month, 2 months, 3 months down the line, which means you can nurture that conversation, nurture that lead, learn about them, maybe understand a bit more about their pain points. And if you can solve a problem, you can obviously get them on a call. Another example could be, hey Sarah, good to connect. Just took a look at your homepage, saw a couple of small tweaks that could boost your opt-ins by at least 10%. We made the same changes for X brand and saw a 6%, 16% uplift in 48 hours. And then your call to action is basically a Loom video. And also some personalization here, which is also great. As you can see, these are different from the typical pitch slaps, and they focus more on value and they focus more on opening a conversation. Because once you can open a crazy amount of conversations every single day, you then have a massive pipeline, and people want to work with people once they've built some trust with them, once they've got some value from them. And this is the easiest way to do it, because everyone understands that content builds trust and it takes time, but DMs are exactly the same thing. They take time. You need to sometimes be patient with some prospects, give them some value, build some trust, and then they will be ready to jump on a call with you. And at that point, they're going to be super warm leads that you can close high ticket and make a lot of money. So hopefully you found that useful. And if you did find that useful and you want to learn how I can help you implement this as well as many other things to scale your personal brand and start booking calls every single week, DM me on LinkedIn, like this post, wherever you're seeing it, and I'll see you in the next one.